Closer? Close. How close? Not close enough. Nearly there. It's one of those situations where, again, very similar to the João Pedro situation, Brian Mbeumo made it quite clear to the 2 or 3 other sides that were interested in signing him this summer that really had one destination of choice, and that was Manchester United. As soon as the likes of Newcastle and Tottenham were aware that he had one focus and one focus only, they stepped back and focused on other targets. So therefore, it was always about Manchester United doing a deal with Brentford. The second offer, we understand, has been rejected by Brentford. That totalled around £62.5 million, but the continuation of dialogue between the two clubs suggests that they're close to an agreement. My information is it's just a case of the way the deal is structured before they can come to a mutual agreement on the fee, but it's not far away. The key thing is the player wants Manchester United, so it makes it easy really for both teams to negotiate. It just means that Manchester United have got to pay essentially what Brentford want. Brentford know it's not going to go any higher because there's no one else at the table anymore. The players made his desire clear. But yeah, so it feels like this could be a pivotal week. We know that the financial accounting year for football clubs resets on Tuesday, on the 1st of July. So you'd imagine with...
So if I was somebody who worked at Manchester United and I'd been made redundant after I'd worked there for decades and decades and decades, yes, I would have mixed feelings this summer when I see that they are spending millions and millions of pounds on new players. But that is the way the modern football business works. I think Ineos have gone into Manchester United and brought in management consultants, and they've been told that, look, these are the cuts you can make going forward. The club needs to be much more efficient, and to do that, we have to make these people redundant. You know, it's really sad what's happening at Manchester United and what's been happening there for a long time. But Ineos feel they have a plan to make things better. It's going to take time. It's not going to take just one window, but they believe that they're on the right track. And if you're a United fan, I suppose you've got no option but to put your faith in them.
Dean, how long has Amorim got, do you think, to turn things around?
I think a lot does depend on the recruitment, the ins and outs, because it's clear that he's trying to fight against certain players being at the club and wanting to change that playing squad to suit his style. And he's been so clear about that. He's even said in interviews that the ownership knew that this was the way I wanted to play and I am not going to deviate from that. Well, if the ownership believe in him, then they try and give him the players that will suit that system. Then if we all see that and we see the players that have come in that he can use in that system, then, you know, after 3 or 4 months, if you're seeing nothing at all when you've spent that money and helped the manager, then
it's been quite drawn out. But the player wants Manchester United, and United are leaning on that to get the best possible price because Mbeumo doesn't want to go anywhere else. We know that Brentford want a deal worth around £65 million. They want to eclipse at least what United paid to get Matheus Cunha from Wolves, and currently the deal that United are offering doesn't guarantee them at least £62.5 million. It does feel like we're really, really close now, but United don't want to be seen to overpay for players, and United aren't in a situation where they can overpay for players because of their league position last season, because of the fact they're not in Europe next season, means the revenue isn't quite what it was, and it means they do need to look after the pennies, because every million is going to count for Manchester United in this transfer window. So I do think they'll get this deal done. I think it's a matter of days, but it's taken slightly longer than anyone would hope. But end of the day, he'll probably be there for the first day of pre-season training at Manchester United.
Yeah, it sounds like this could be moving this week, so make sure you're with us, Manchester United fans, to follow the latest movements there, and Brentford fans, of course, as well.